Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing a single 11 by 8.5 layout. This is for Miss Kate's design team, and I'm using the monthly box from November. Again, one of my favorite boxes. I absolutely love fall, so this collection has my heart. And I have two more photos of my son posing for me, and I'm going to use a few of the die cuts, a few of the stickers. I'm using a sketch or a scrap lift, not really a sketch. It's a scrap lift from Paper Issues. And again, they do weekly challenges, so another one caught my eye. So I decided to go ahead and scrap lift this one. And I really like the way this one turns out. I was using a lot of the scraps that were left over from the first kit, or the first layout I created, the double page, and now I'm going to create an 11 by 8.5. So I pulled out another teal paper because that's one of my favorite colors. And then this orange color is a little bit brighter than the other orange one, and it's going to actually be the background. And then I also have some acrylic stash from Color Cast Designs, and I just decided to bring in those pieces. One of them says extraordinary because, again, he's just kind of posing for me and allowing me to take photos of him. And I also brought in acrylic hearts. They fit inside of each other, so there's a solid one and then there's an outline of one, and I'm going to mix up the colors as I lay them down. And then I already picked out a few of the die cuts. I'm also going to pick a few of the stickers here in a moment too. I am kind of doing a scrap lift from Paper Issues, and this was their weekly challenge, I believe, last week. But I decided to go ahead and scrap lift it. It was by Wendy Tipton, and she did the fringe also cutting and then layered them up a little bit further apart than I did. I put mine a little bit closer together, and then I'm going to lay my photo just like this right on top of it. And again, because I'm doing a smaller layout, it doesn't have as much room as a 12 by 12 has, like hers. But I really like it in the end, and I like the way that it turned out. And since the photos are so similar together, it kind of worked to stack them on top of each other. She used four photos that were exactly the same, and I just decided to use two photos that were almost the same and then stack them on top of each other. And I keep trying to get that fringe paper to lay straight. It doesn't really lay completely straight, but I think in the end it looks okay. And I also roughed up the edges of the fringe so that it kind of pops off the layout. Right here, I'm just adding where I'm, or marking where I'm going to put my photo at. And I wanted to go ahead and just play with some of the embellishments. And then I decided I wanted to go ahead and splatter white acrylic paint. So I'm going to pull off the stickers that I think I'm going to use and go ahead and lay them on this wax paper. And then I'm going to splatter everything with acrylic paint before I place it on the layout. So I'm moving these pieces over, covering up the acrylic. I didn't want white acrylic paint on that, so I just covered it up. And then I'm going to splatter everything, and I'll place it to the side so that I can work on, actually just clean up my desk. And then I think I come back and start working on the layout. But first I'm going to splatter it. And again, it's just watered down white acrylic paint. And that's usually what I like to splatter with. And I'm going to splatter all the embellishment pieces along with the background. And I did light splattering. It's not very thick or heavy. And it just adds a little bit extra something to it. And I think that really dressed it up nicely. So here I'm just picking up my pieces, and then it's all dry, and I'm going to come back and start attaching things down. So I wanted to go ahead and pop up the photo with play foam, and this is just regular kid play foam. It comes with a sticky back already on it, so that's what I'm peeling off and then just placing them down, and I'm going to pop it right over the fringe. And part of the reason I did the foam is because I wanted it to be a little bit higher up to match the acrylic piece, but also because that fringe adds an extra layer behind it. The photo would have looked kind of lumpy in the middle since I'm laying it right over the fringe in the middle. So here I'm going to place the photo down, get it in the right spot, and then make sure it's straight, or at least as straight as I possibly can make it. And there we go. Got the photo put down. Fluffing these back up now since I kind of flattened back out. Um, and I'm going to start embellishing. And I took this cute little white pumpkin that has flowers on it, put it over here in a little leaf. And again, these photos were taken in October, so it's okay to use the pumpkins, or, you know, they weren't taken for any reason. I just took them just because he's cute. He's my son, and I was practicing my photography skills. So I have lots of photos of him like this because he was willing to take photos for me. And here, did one side. I believe I'm done with that side. Maybe not. I think I'm going to add one more little yellow flower. So I'm just trying to get each of the colors. So I did yellow and then the brown acorn, and I tucked in a little leaf there, and then a little orange leaf and a blue leaf, and just trying to get all the colors. So over here, I'm going to use this littler pumpkin, and it's yellow, and then another teal leaf and another white leaf, and I believe I'll bring in an orange leaf too. And again, I'm just trying to add all the colors and make it a different size. So my third cluster is going to be down at the bottom, and that's where I'm going to put Extraordinary, which is again the title. So I just want to add a little piece of play foam behind that. Since it's hanging over the edge of the photo, it needs something behind it so that it'll stay level in the album. And then I was trying to figure out where to put this one, and so I just kept moving it around until I found the right spot for it. And it needed a little bit of play foam because it is going to hang off the edge. And again, that was just adding a little bit more orange over there. And down here at the bottom with the acrylic piece, I'm going to use one of these other little sunflowers and flower clusters. And I just trimmed a little piece off of it that was going to be covered up with the acrylic piece, but it also kind of looked funny since it was underneath the acrylic piece. And then you saw I just placed it right back down. So I just made the embellishment work for me. And make sure I spell the word correctly, because this acrylic wasn't broken. This is the way that it came in 4 pieces, and then you just place it down, you know, back together. So it wasn't a complete one piece. Just in case you were wondering, it wasn't broke, and I didn't break it. So here I'm doing one more little pumpkin. I believe that's a pumpkin. And I'm adding again the same colors, the teal, the yellow, and just adding more color down here at the bottom. And then I'm almost done. I'm going to come in and add little hearts, which are the acrylic hearts that I was saying. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and glue down my title. And I'm just using Scotch tacky glue in a fine liner bottle. It seems to hold up very well with the acrylic. I haven't had any pieces. I've been using it or any problems with the pieces falling off. I've been using it for a few years. So here I'm going to start adding the hearts. And like I said, I just have a little white outline and then a teal heart. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to do another white outline and a teal heart. And then over on the right hand side under the flowers, I'm going to do a teal outline and a white heart. And again, that just adds a little bit different detail all around. And again, I'm using the same sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps for dried flowers. And these sequins are a perfect match. You definitely need these for this collection. And I'm just adding, trying to be random, just adding a few of the different colors and adding a few of those teal ones. And pretty much that's going to be it. I really enjoy doing this layout. And again, this is probably one of my favorite collections so far. I will have another layout with this collection later. I believe it's going to come after Thanksgiving, but it is going to actually use the 6x6 papers. I want to show how you can use those on a layout and stretch them and make them work for you if that's all you have. Or if you have a cut file, you can always fill in with the smaller 6x6 papers because the design on them is a little bit smaller. So it fits perfectly in cut files or just using it on the layout for a little smaller scale. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's layout, and I will see you tomorrow with another one. Bye!